Lions Matthew Stafford get better with another coach? Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford has gotten better in his 4 years playing for coach Jim Caldwell. The big question is whether Stafford can get better if the Lions replace Caldwell. It's a gamble general manager Bob Quinn will have to weigh carefully when he considers hiring a new coach. And make no mistake, it's definitely a gamble. A new coach likely will bring with him a new offensive coordinator and a new offensive philosophy. Stafford will have to work in concert with all of the changes. Caldwell deserves credit for helping develop Stafford and cutting down on his mistakes and bad tendencies. The year before Caldwell arrived, Stafford threw 19 interceptions and had a 58.5% completion rate. Back then, Stafford was as much a reason for why the Lions won as he was for why they lost. More on Lions, local writer, Detroit Lions coach Jim Caldwell's hot seat tied to racism. Detroit Lions should show fans that mediocrity is unacceptable. Caldwell helped change that. You no longer see those crazy Uncle Rico-style sidearm throws. Stafford's footwork and mechanics have improved greatly. He has developed touch on his passes and he has become a judicious runner. Stafford has changed his mental game, too. Early in his career he was reluctant to work with a quarterback guru in the offseason. But this year he decided to enlist the help of renowned throwing coach Tom House. The funny thing is Caldwell balked Wednesday at giving himself or anyone else credit for Stafford's improvement. Oftentimes I think that man takes too much credit for God's handiwork, Caldwell said. This guy's got talent. He's got ability. He's got drive. He's got work ethic. And I think what you've seen with him since I've been around him, he had great games before we got here. He's had some great games since we've been here and he keeps getting better. More, Detroit Lions QB Matthew Stafford voices appreciation for Jim Caldwell. More, Detroit Lions news conference, what Jim Caldwell said, and I think that's because of the way he approaches everything. He's always looking for edges, always trying to get better. And I think on a weekly and daily basis he gets better at what he does because he cares about it. It means something to him. He's devoted to it and I think he gets results. I feel Stafford still has unlocked potential. He needs to take the next step and become a consistently elite quarterback who can make the difference in big games. When I watched Ben Roethlisberger seal the Pittsburgh Steelers win Week 8 against the Lions with a simple shovel pass to Juju Smith-Schuster on 3rd and 1, I thought that's the kind of winning play I've rarely seen Stafford make. When I saw Stafford struggle and get outplayed by Andy Dalton in a huge game Sunday against a terrible Cincinnati team, I thought there's something missing in the player who has the richest contract in NFL history. The question is which coach is going to help bring it out of him, and will he do it in time? Stafford turns 30 in February, but it's not a young 30 after all the abuse he's taken. So far, Stafford has been sacked 287 times. If you compare him to good quarterbacks who have played a long time, those numbers are frightening. Through age 29, Tom Brady was sacked 182 times, Peyton Manning 170 times. And Drew Brees just 139 times. But I think Stafford still can take that next step toward greatness if he stays upright more often and works well with his future coach. I think he has it in him, especially after the answer he gave me Wednesday when I asked him where he thinks he improved the most this season. I feel like I've done a decent job of managing games, he said. I still have another one to go manage, and go play, and get us in and out of the right plays, and all that kind of stuff. So, there's always room for improvement. I'm always looking to grow. I don't feel like I've got it all figured out. Nobody does. You've got to go out there and prove yourself every week. There's a lot of wisdom in Stafford's words, and there should be, since he was paraphrasing Confucius' idea that true wisdom is knowing what you don't know. Caldwell has done a good job with Stafford, but I don't think Stafford's game will suffer much without Caldwell. Stafford seems to have learned he needs to strive for constant improvement because even if he's getting smarter, he's not getting younger. Contact Carlos Monarez at freepress.com. Follow him on Twitter at Monarez. Download our free Lions Extra app on your Apple and Android devices.